So, this is my book. It's called The Girl from the Stars. I have it memorized, so I don't really need to look at the book, but it's mostly for you guys to see. All right. Hi, Internet. Once upon a time, on a galaxy not so far away, there stood a very kind and tender princess named Hailey. Like a lot of other princesses, Hailey loved to dance, battle dragons across the fields of Trenzalore, and sing her big heart out. But more than anything else, Hailey loved the stars. Every night she'd climb up to the top of her tower and remember a world different than this one. A world that felt more like home. And on that world, Hailey remembered having wings that spanned 20 feet wide and a bright pink wand that would light up the midnight sky. She remembered flying, too, soaring across solar systems and jumping from asteroid belts. She remembered everything, like it just happened yesterday. She remembered it all, the life of a girl from the stars. But Hailey's mom, she never believed her. "People don't come from the stars," she would say. Now go clean up your Now go clean up your room until it's dinner time. And
What
so,
is room time?
It's still dinner time. Yeah, room time. I don't know. And so Hailey stopped. In fact, she stopped talking altogether. Years came and went. Hailey got older and bigger, like most humans do. But the light inside her had definitely dimmed. A star cannot stay bright when love does not easily enter her heart. And then there was the subject of school. School can be a difficult place for those of us who are unique, especially if you're a star princess. In the case of Hailey, her uniqueness was practically impossible to hide, particularly when she'd start glowing brightly in the middle of class. "Who let this freak out of the nuclear waste dump?" whispered two popular girls within earshot of Hailey. "Why don't you go back where you came from, light bulb?" They say that hurtful words should run like water off a duck's back. But star princesses, they are not ducks, nor are they even human. With every word and every attack, Hailey's heart shrank smaller and smaller and smaller, until she could barely even feel it anymore. The light inside her was finally going out. So Hailey ran from her life, for her life. She ran and ran and ran until her legs felt like jello, her arms spun like spaghetti, her breath completely gone. "Please, if somebody's out there," cried out Hailey to the midnight sky, "come back for me. Take me back. Take me home. I need to know there's more to my story than all this hurt and pain." That's when something peculiar happened. Very peculiar. In all of his spacey, shiny, timey-wimey glory, the Orion constellation stood up, smiled, and then waved at Hailey. She could barely believe her eyes. Was she imagining things? How could an entire cluster of stars, billions of miles away, suddenly just move? And not just move, but wave. She blinked. Meanwhile, Orion took a gigantic step forward and cracked his whip with unimaginable elegance, fierceness, and love. A giant fireball emerged from the line, traveling 2 times faster than the speed of light, heading towards the Earth. It was so beautiful that Hailey almost forgot that it was headed directly at her. The ball of fire swished past her forehead and crashed. Bang! Every single cow, sheep, dog, and cat within 15 miles yelped. Moo! Bah! Woof! Meow! Now, maybe in other stories, this is where any ordinary girl would have been cautious about approaching something so unusual and strange from space. But Hailey was different. Hailey was unique. And with uniqueness like that comes a courage of only the bravest hearts. She hurried towards the field, now engulfed in black smoke and sparkling gold luster. Something or somebody was emerging from the light. "I'm so sorry I'm late, my darling," exclaimed this giant creature while dusting off her wings and pants. Hailey's jaw dropped to what felt like the floor. You know who I am?" "Of course, dear one," spoke the creature. "We heard each and every single one of your calls. It's just that time happens to pass differently in our world. That is to say, your world too." Hailey started to shake. Something deep inside her was changing all the way at the core. The creature girl bowed. Her wings fluttered in the breezy midnight air. "I am, for lack of a better word, your starry godmama. You may call me Nebesa, steering of the light. I am a star heart, just like you." "Really?" said Hailey. "I was right all along?" "Yes, love," replied Nebesa. "A star never forgets her home." Hailey leapt at Nebesa with the biggest hug she could give. This is quite possibly the happiest moment of her life, at least so far. "Speaking of home," spoke Nebesa, "are you really ready? Do you want to go home with me?" Hailey thought about it for a moment. "I don't know, godmama. I think I'm on this planet for a reason, but I want to remember how it feels up there again, even if it's only for one night." Nebesa took out her magic wand and gently tapped the neckline of Hailey's pajamas. "Psh, as you wish, my love." Without rhyme or reason, except for maybe a whole lot of magic, Hailey's pink polished toes began to twitch and curl, levitating her slightly but significantly off the ground. Glitter and stardust swirled and enveloped her entire body with a majestic, magnificent glory. And last but not least, the shiny amber star pendant shot out of Nebesa's wand and linked itself into the gorgeous gold necklace now sitting on Hailey's chest. Then, suddenly, off she went, tick to the sky at light speed. Hailey found herself tunneling up, up, up into the air. She laughed and cried and sang, leaping from cloud to cloud with so much joy and so much love. Hailey began to glow brighter and more colorful than ever before, especially after breaking atmosphere and spinning past the International Space Station. This was everything she had ever dreamed of and beyond. This was her true self. I am a star, she yelled at the top of her lungs. I am a star. The next few hours passed for Hailey in what felt like a matter of moments. She bounced from planet to planet, somersaulting from the highest peaks of Mars into the gaseous giant of Jupiter, while twisting and turning in endless whimsy. Being the courageous kiddo that she was, Hailey tried cartwheeling across every single one of Saturn's rings. Every single one, can you believe it? It was a blast. She felt so good to be out among the stars, playing in space. She was finally home. Honey, it's time. Godmama, Hailey asked while clinging tightly to Nebesa's frame, will I ever see you again? Nebesa gently lifted Hailey's head up so that their eyes could meet. Try to remember, my sweet Hailey, that you are always loved. Even when others can't see you, that doesn't make you anything less than who you are, which is simply perfect, right here in your tender heart. And with that, Nebesa kissed her goddaughter on the forehead. Both stars began to glow, so very, 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 very bright, until there was nothing left to see. Hailey woke up in her bedroom. She had returned to her little castle inside that one little town that she had once called home. The sun was rising, bringing a quiet amber-orange glow into the corners of her room. Could any of that have been real? Thought Hailey. But in fact, it had. Hailey herself was glowing quite brightly, lighting up the entire room with the sweetest amber glow, as was the glowing star necklace, still dangling around her neck. Hailey squealed with joy, caressing the glowing little pendant in her hand. She thought fondly of her godmama and smiled. Some dreams really do come true. From that day forward, Hailey was, as they say, forever changed. She never took off that necklace, not for anyone or anything. And wherever she went, whomever she met, she always shined her light and said with pride, "Hello, my name is Hailey. I'm the girl from the stars." Thank you.